September the 16th, 2024. Monday, and I'm late. Was out late last night and I was exhausted, so I slept kind of later. Um, we got on that whatever it's called, I-85 or whatever. It turns around in circles if you're not careful. I kept trying to tell them, if we're not careful, we're gonna get. Well, we got on the circle, so it was a little late getting home from Marilyn Manson last night. I kept thinking there was somewhere that I had to watch for to make sure you don't, because you'll just go around in circles. We're on YouTube and Twitch. YouTube and Twitch today. And I will post it to Rumble later. By the way, I knew I've had an asphalt voice for the past 2 weeks. They are asphalting the highway down here. We like to never got back in the house because they was doing our main street. I kept saying I didn't have no symptoms other than a cough, and well, that's usually what asphalt does to me. I probably didn't even need those whatever they gave me, but I took them anyways. You never know in this environment we live in today with all these mystery viruses. You never know. So I went ahead and took the Z-Pack. But it was asphalt. It was asphalt. They're doing. I mean, they was doing the whole entire street. I mean, they had the diggers and every. The whatever they call them things. The things those tractors and all that stuff out there. Since then, I sounded like Butt last night singing along with Marilyn Manson. I did another one of those sing along videos like I did in June. I did a sing along with Hinder. I believe it was better than me. I did one with Sweet Dreams last night. Marilyn Manson and Hinder happen to be my top 2 favorite bands to see live besides Buck Cherry. I gotta put Buck Cherry in there too, so it's probably Hinder, Marilyn Manson, Buck Cherry. My favorite bands to see live. I've been fortunate enough to see Guns N' Roses in them live as well. Like Metallica, Guns N' Roses, Megadeth. I've been fortunate to see them too, but I didn't see them quite as much as Manson, quite as much as Buck Cherry, and quite as much as Hinder. I've seen all 3 of those bands more. Hinder the most. We used to see Hinder at all the bar shows and stuff back in the day when it was first starting. I'm gonna do that Fortnite. Since I do sort of still got to cough a little bit, I'm going to limit my chat. I got no sound. I'm going to have to fix the sound. We got. I'm not a huge fan of this game. I can play it. I'm not a huge fan. The demons are out. They're triggered. That's okay. Fuck them. Fuck the devil. A lot of people have sided with him because they think he's the cooler one, but he's deceived a lot of people. He's not the cool one, y'all. By the way, I don't really understand. I'm going to say this. Y'all know me. I'm a Trump 24. I see no sense in him getting up there saying he hates Taylor Swift. I don't really hate her. I just don't like her. I don't like her music. She isn't for me. There's no reason to hate her. I mean, she ain't done nothing to him. I can't afford Kamala. As a poor white man, I can't afford her. I said that on Twitter earlier. I personally think she's overhyped, is what I think. Like they're saying, I was reading somewhere she's beating Michael Jackson's record. Well, she may beat Michael Jackson's record, but she's still not as talented as Michael Jackson. I could listen to all of Michael Jackson's albums. I can't listen to one of hers. There's a difference. Michael Jackson was a talented kid. She's an invention. She's a modern day invention. I don't hate her. I didn't see no sense in him getting up there saying that. Of course, he says a lot of things. Like, well, people don't think maybe I shouldn't be critical because people says the same thing about me. Me and him are alike in a lot of ways. I run my big mouth too. That's only going to intensify, like say, that's going to give them a reason to whine about him going on if I hate Taylor Swift. Now, I think there's a lot of kiss asses in the community, the community that's wanting to kiss up and not say anything about her, because she's not really that good. She's not really that talented. I mean, I don't even know her difference between her and other people when I hear her on the radio. She's not distinguished. A lot of people are distinguished. They have their own sound. Like when Axl Rose, when you hear him, knocking out, you know him when you hear him. Even Marilyn Manson, he's got his own thing. You know him when you hear him. I can't even identify Taylor Swift. I have to look and see the name. Oh, I got burnt. Woo. She's a billionaire. She can afford us people that lives in the real world. We can't afford Harris. I mean, you really think she's going to be much different than what you got now? She's half of the administration. And she's going to carry over some of them people. If you want things to change, and I'm not going to tell you how to vote, that's your way. That's your business. If you want to see a change in this economy, you're going to have to vote a different direction. Because you're going to be getting the same thing. You're only getting half the administration. And I'm sure she'll roll over some of the rollovers. She'll put in some of the people that she wants to put in. Now, the Republicans are bad at that too, by the way. They use a lot of their same old garbage. Like their old rollovers. Republicans are bad at that too. Like, I'll name one from the past who used to always be in there, and I think he's gone now. Donald Rumsfeld. I don't know how many times they put that old schmuck in there. They wrote these old rollovers all the time. These same old people. That's why, didn't you want to know why we don't ever have any change in this country? Because you put this same old garbage up there day in and day, year in and year out, decades after decades. The main head, the signature on the paper changes, but the administration stay the same. That's what's wrong with this country, y'all. Nothing changes because you got that same old garbage that's put back in the administrations. And Republicans are just as bad as Democrats about that. You see, I'm not a Democrat or Republican. I'm not left or right. I'm an American. Oh, I'm going to get killed. I ran into somebody. I'll leave them alone. Not bothering me, I won't bother them. I got no gun, y'all. I just better sneak. Because I got no gun. And I won't be on Trump's case because people's on mine a lot. Only thing Trump's guilty of is speaking for herself, fighting for herself, standing up for herself. Something my father taught me to do. They bully him day in and day out, and then they turn around and say he's the bully. And I don't know nothing about this latest thing I'm reading about because I happened to be out of town when I read about it. The latest assassination attempt, I don't know nothing about it. I hadn't had a chance to look into that. So we was out all day, and down there around the place, you could get no service. I mean, I had full bars but no service because there's a lot of people there. I mean, a lot. The fullest I ever seen that place, I'm going to tell y'all, the fullest I ever seen that place, Kid Rock. Kid Rock played at one time, and you would think that place was the Rolling Stones. You didn't have a place to move. You didn't see a spot in the grass. It was pretty full last night, though, for Five Finger Death Punch and Marilyn Manson. I didn't get no video of Five Finger Death Punch. I was too pooped. I went to the bathroom. You know, I tell y'all I can't walk long distance. I wore myself out. And boy, I can't keep up with my sister and them either. That about had me dead going back to the car. I just finally had to say, I got to sit down. If I lose them, I lose them. She was mad at me for that. She said I was trying to get out because before all the people got out of there. Well, that's the life of a disabled man. When this old neurological activates, it activates. It's like my legs are collapsing in. I did take granny cart though, and it's a good thing I did. You can rent chairs there. You can actually rent chairs. I have to have my disability card because I have to sit down if I need to. Well, that's a nice car. Ain't that at least I survived the storm this time. Lately, I've been getting killed. Well, that's a nice car. I like that one. It's loud. Loud, but nice. Pretty. Oh, it is burning my ears. You not ever ride out of the storm? Riders on the storm. Bum, 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 bum. Riders on the storm. Bum, bum, bum. To this house we're born. To this world we're born. Like a dog. Riders on the storm. There's a killer on the road. Oh, we got a tequila by the day. Watch the children play. If you give this man a ride, sweet memories will die. Yeah. She actually survived the storm. If you give this man a ride, sweet memories will die. Killer on the road. Yeah. Made it to the top 25. Woo! I leveled up too. You can't beat that. Uh-oh. Run out of some gunfire. You ain't got no weapon. All you got is a car. You ain't got no weapon. Oh, no, I got my buttons must hang up. I probably need a new controller. Ooh, number 23. Number 23. How do I return to the lobby? Return to the lobby for a few minutes. So there we go. Level 2. I'll wait just a second. I'll start the next one. I will say one thing. After seeing him canceled, it was great to see Marilyn Manson live again. And I'll tell you, being the sober makes a big difference, because I've seen him stoned out of his mind where he couldn't even hardly sing the lyrics, and then I seen him last night. That was the best I've ever seen him. Now, it was probably, it's not the smallest, because I seen him even smaller in 2007, I believe, because I was a little closer. I got way back on the hill back then. That's the same place I seen him. Most of our C's was between 9 and let's see, 12 or 13. I seen him again. Indeed, I seen him when he was with Slipknot. He even had Deep Six in them back then, but he wasn't singing the lyrics right that night. He didn't get the lyrics right that night. He was so messed up that last time I seen him. So it was great to finally see him straightened out. I hope he stays straightened out, because that was a wonderful experience. It was wonderful all the way. They kept saying it was going to rain. No rain. Now the sky looks eerie. Indeed, I got a capture of that. I've got some Marilyn Manson videos. I'm going to drop them later. But I did a sing-along, like I did with Hinder. And you can see the eerie sky, and my face lit up purple by the purple lights. It looks eerie, that sky. It looks like a scene out of Halloween. You'd think it was October or something. I'll do more of those in the future, where I do a karaoke from the concert. Now, last night was the worst I've ever sounded, probably, because I couldn't even stay on key. This throat irritation. I had fun. I heard somebody say, he told us, "You are the loudest crowd." Yeah, I was screaming for him. I've got in the old world, the old me, they didn't know I was there, because I would rarely say anything. I'd clap. Yeah. But ever since we come back, I'm like, Hinder! I'm Buck Cherry! And then the last night I was Manson! I wasn't like that before COVID. They took it all away, and then I missed it. And I ain't taking it for granted again. I don't take it for granted, because we were going to concerts all the time before COVID. I don't know if you can afford to anymore. The tickets are high. I mean, his was cheap compared to some people's. They were kind of higher priced than what we normally pay. And I had to pay $50 for a parking pass. You had to add that in there too, but I made sure we had it. They were slightly higher. Like, I think the last time I bought some, they were $193. I'm talking about years ago. I put it on my American Express. These are like $250, I think. That's a guesstimate with the $50 parking pass. Now, if I'd waited, I bought them this day, about 2 days after they went on sale. First 2 days was locked to the bands. You had to be in their fan clubs and stuff. So I got them probably about the third or fourth day. I think my name ticket was number 22. I was the 22nd person to buy one. If I'd waited, now I'm going to tell you, a couple weeks ago, I saw Five Finger Death Punch. I had them on sale for about $8. I thought, man, because that adds up with them fees. Because you got to add the ticket fees in there too. One day, Five Finger Death Punch had them on sale for $8 freaking bucks. I thought, man, I think I paid 40 or something. 40 or 50. somewhere around there. And you gotta put the $50 parking pass in it. And then the fees. You can't really afford to go to concerts like back in the 2000s. You go find the cheap seats anywhere. $45 to Guns N' Roses. That was cheap, man. $50 for Metallica. It was a bleed nose, but I could see. They were like little army men. It's like you could put your table out and you put your army men on it and pulled out the mount. That's what Metallica was like. I had fun that night anyway. Hey, that might have been little. It might have been bleed nose. But it was worth it to see Metallica. Metallica! I've seen Megadeth 4 times. Cheap seats. But we've seen them pretty good. You've seen them at the Tabernacle. You see anybody at the Tabernacle? You handicap? You get right up there with stage. Used to. I don't know about now. We ain't been in a long time. I can pull up my Dave Mustaine videos and show you. Front row to freaking Dave Mustaine. He even picked my mom out and gave her a pick. Thanked her for coming to the show. We seen Marilyn Manson there a few times too. But now the first time we didn't. Well, we didn't know that you could go down there to the handicap. We could have probably seen him in 98 at the floor if we knew. That would have been the time to see him front row. Back then, baby. Well, I seen him. I seen him pretty good. Especially seen him when he got on them fucking stilts. Manson, you need to bring back the stilts. Where you get up on the stilts. I know some of the other fans would like to see that too. We always just bought tickets in our price range. But even today, with those fees, and then the parking too. Sometimes you have to take care of that. Place ain't got free parking. Personally, they had free parking too. I didn't know about the free parking, but I'm glad I bought it because it was way back there. I was thinking, boy, if I'd had to walk that. I like to make it back to the car. I really need my wheelchair when I go to places like that. We just got no way to haul it. Don't have a vehicle to haul it. That fucker's heavy. We don't have a way of getting it around either. I'd have to hire somebody. I don't have no money to hire nobody. Because it used to be me and Mom and Dad. We all had to sometimes deal with it. And Dad ain't around anymore, so. I really need my wheelchair when I'm in those places. But I just have to sit down when I have to sit down. Gotta find a gun. We got guns. We got guns, motherfuckers. Starting to get my voice back. I gotta actually keep that in key. Because we got guns. We got guns, motherfuckers. But of course, another thing, I couldn't hear either, so. That makes it hard for me to sing too when I can't hear. I probably wouldn't have done good as a musician anyway. I probably wouldn't have been able to heard. And I'd have probably been horrible. I'd be going, up there. I probably wouldn't have made it as a musician anyway. Because karaoke's loud, but I mean, it ain't that loud. Now, it depends on where you go. Some places are louder. Some people have stellar, almost like we've been to some places where they had the karaoke where it was like a concert. In particular, that one that was like a show, that was a real show. She actually won money and stuff. Now, I didn't enter for the money. I entered it to sing. I walked away not a winner, and I was a winner because I did the show. I was there to sing. Yeah, I probably wouldn't be able to make it as a musician though, because I was going everywhere in that Sweet Dreams. Hard to start deliberately singing my karaoke like that and be bad like everybody else. Because the karaoke is supposed to be for fun. I hear fuckers making fun of people about karaoke. It's supposed to be for fun. You know, a lot of people, I like it when they get up here and they can't sing, but yet they try to. Because that's what it's supposed to be. They're supposed to be having fun. And nobody should be bullying you around for that. Nobody should be fucking bullying you around for that. That's what karaoke is supposed to be. It's supposed to be fun. Somebody wants... Yes! I don't know if it's up yet, but it's on Rumble. I don't know if it's visible. It takes some videos a while, but it's up. And you can hear me going high and low. It's what I call Marilyn Manson and apfns. I didn't put the karaoke in it this time because last time they flagged it. Somebody flagged it as spam because I called it karaoke. That's what it was. It's me singing along with the band. And I filmed my fucking face. I turned it around to the stage when the guitar solos was happening. Boy, I had a good time last night. It was good seeing Marilyn Manson again too. I think that was number 9 or 10. He's catching up with Hinder. If I see him 40 more times, he can catch up with Hinder. 20 more times. I probably won't never see him 20 more times. But I'm just glad I seen him last night. He's my favorite rock star, though. There ain't no rock star bigger than Marilyn Manson. And by the way, I think most of it is just that. I think he is just a rock star. I think he's the Alice Cooper of our day. That's what I think. And people are scared of him. I remember my fighter. He was actually wanting to be that scary. He was disappointed. My fighter was disappointed because Marilyn Manson wasn't as scary as they said he was. Oh no, he is everything they said he was. Oh no, I am everything they said I was. When you get to... I don't want to sing that line because I want to be in heaven. I don't wish to ever be in hell. It's not going to be the right concert y'all think it is. Indeed, AI has been capturing the image of hell. You don't want to be in hell. Well, no, it is everything they said he was. Oh. It ran off the road. Oh, weird. Yeah, that's number 39 that time. Number 39. I'm having a good time. I'm dressed like Spider-Man. I'll go back to the lobby for a minute, rest, then I'll come back. That's how I'm going to do this game. So I'm not good at this one either. It's like I'm not good at mini games. I'm not good at this one at all either. I don't know if I've ever killed anybody. I don't remember if I've ever killed one freaking person in this game. I don't want to, though. I'm too nice, y'all. I know you're supposed to. I gotta quit being too nice. Oh no, it is Yeah, my father was actually disappointed because he wasn't the evil person they sold him. He laid back there. He put his hand. I can still see him in my head. He put his feet back. He had just got off from work 3-day shifts. He was tired as fuck. He come there. He sat there for a little while. And next thing I know, I seen him. He had his hands behind his head. He had his feet kicked up. He was asleep. And he told everybody when they start that shit in around him, they say, "Bullshit." I felt so comfortable with Marilyn Manson, I went to sleep. Of course, he wasn't. He was disrespectful. He hadn't had rest in 2 or 3 days. I think people took his rock star persona too far. That's what I think. I mean, he was coming home from the news. It's turning on every news and seeing all those protests and stuff. And I actually heard him tell somebody else this. He wasn't really telling me. He said, I was actually looking, when they told me we was going to see him, he said, "Oh boy, I'm finally going to get to see that evil dude I've always wanted to see." He always wanted to see evil people. He said, "I was hearing how big and bad and evil he was on the news. I get there and he's no different than Merle Haggard and all the rest of them. He's just got a strange gimmick." That's what he said. He said, "I was actually thinking I was going to see the devil." My daddy wanted to see the devil. He liked taking on tough guys, y'all. I guess that's why he was looking for the devil. I'm not my daddy, but now I will stand up to bullies. Yeah, he was actually excited because he said, "I was actually excited when they told me I was going to be seeing him." So I was coming home every day on the news and hearing how bad he was. It's funny, I actually got to speak to his father. I never met him. I didn't have the money to buy no meat and greet. The meat and greets were high. They claim if you go to the bus, you can get a hand fist bump from him or something. I wouldn't even be able to walk to the damn bus. But it's funny I got to meet his father because that was my father on him. Oh, and that was our conversation, by the way. I don't care what they say about my Brian. He's a good boy, he told me. Well, my father was. I was wanting him to be bad. It's funny. When I think about that, that's funny. Because my father wanted him to be bad. Of course, he ain't nobody to him, so it wouldn't matter, you know. To that guy, he was a son. He loved him. I always honor both on Father's Day. I never forget him talking about him like he did. He'd be proud of him right now, y'all. He'd be proud of him. Hugh Warner would be proud of him if he was alive today. But you never know, that may be one of the things to let him cleaning up. Life changes when you start losing your parents. He's lost both. I figured out with just losing my father, and we wasn't even close. Sometimes we was arguing and fighting with each other, but I missed him either way. Yeah, it's an experience when you lose your parent. Sad thing is, there's people in this world that don't even have that, y'all. They don't even get to know their parents because their parents either threw them away or was mean to them or they had to run away. I know a lot of people, a lot of his fans would probably get mad at me on this, but I'd say the one thing he really does need to add in the mix is the Jesus, that part. I mean, he won't have to lose himself. I think he would be better. I think he would be. I think he would be even better off with Jesus. But I'm not preaching to anybody. That's not my place. Woo! You know, Johnny Cash, he went to Jesus. He was still a great musician. He even sort of lived a long life. He just took that old whatever they call that old Parkinson's, I believe. I believe that's what he had. Old Parkinson's. About to get killed. I don't got no gun. Oh! Oh, right off into the water. Something's wrong with my keys. It's about time for a new controller. When it starts doing that, I have to replace them. I'm in the water. Die. Yeah, when them sticks start, it's not the sticks, it's the other thing, the triggers. It's time to replace. I got no gun. I got no gun. People shooting at me and I got no gun. You know what you have to do when you don't got a gun? You gotta run, Forrest, run. You gotta run, Forrest, run. You got a stick. You can't do much with a stick when you people's got guns. When you got guns, motherfuckers. Better run. I was actually in a different part of Fallout that I hadn't seen before today. Is that the storm? If I don't get out of the storm, I'm gonna die. I don't think she can drive that. Too bad I can't run in the car. I can get out of here real fast. I always tell people that myth, though. There's always that myth. They always got that myth about God won't be with you. He will, too. He was with us yesterday. Oh! It's just like it says. He's with you in the country, so he never abandons you. He never abandons you. That's a myth. He's never abandoned me one time. Enjoying music is not a sin. Dancing is not a sin. David was a musician. David danced. Footloose. There was real pastors that were really like that. Didn't allow their congregation to dance. Didn't allow them to have fun. What's a sin? A sinning against God. Now, probably smelling the marijuana, that's one thing. But I wouldn't taking it, so. You're smelling it everywhere you go now. You don't have to go to a rock concert and smell it anymore. Just go drive around the block and you'll find it. By the way, I can tell I've gotten used to it. I used to get sick. I didn't get sick last night. I've gotten used to smelling the fucking shit. That wasn't around us. My parents didn't drink or do drugs. Neither do I. The fucking shit wasn't around us. So, I used to get sick when I'd smell it. That's the first thing I thought when it started. I thought, I'm smelling it and I didn't get sick. Praise the Lord. I thought that, but I should have yelled it out. Sometimes I yell out. I'm crazy like that. I'll yell out. I'll just talk to God wherever I'm at. Well, I suck at this game. You can't get away from it anymore. Used to my only run-ins with it was concerts. Now they got everybody, mom, dad, kids, grandkids, the dogs, the cats, everybody believing it's healthy and good. They act like it's God's gift to the earth or something. It smells horrible. And I hear very few voices saying that. One of them's an older guy named Michael Savage, and the other two are younger guys appealing to the youth. Hopefully they're inspiring them. I hope that some of these youthful guys that are listening to the tapes, I hope they're hearing what they say about marijuana. Because everybody else and their mom and their dad and their cat and dogs all telling you it's a good thing. Wait till they get it legal. You think the cigarette suits were bad? Wait till you see what's coming for the marijuana. Well, every one of them entities that tried to get into it's going to be hiding. Now you won't even be able to find them. You won't even be able. These people will be so nefarious that sold that to you. You won't even be able to find it. These people have to go underground. Because you think the poisons in cigarettes are bad. I mean, it's a mind-altering drug. And they're trying to reclassify it. But if you go to the hospital wards, that's another thing that the media isn't fully reporting. The mania that comes off of it. People going crazy off of it. Yet they got all these people thinking it's good. Oh, I treat my sicknesses with it. Well, you know what I would do if I was going to treat my sicknesses with it? I'd go find me some that didn't have the whatever that THC in it. That crap's deadly for your brain. I won't touch it at all. It's so stigma to me. I won't touch it. I don't even touch its products. I don't chew its gummies. I don't touch it. But now, for everybody else that wants to do it, if I was going to suggest you do it, I'd find a version of it and have that stuff and hurt your mind. I heard Cheech and Chong selling a gummy. They claim theirs don't have no harmful stuff in it. I would find me a clean source. I wouldn't touch it. I don't touch it. It's taboo to me. I won't never touch it. I've never used drugs. I've never used alcohol. And I won't touch it. It's taboo to me. But other people out here,